Hey, it's me, Novul, and I'm here at Buzz TV.
She's taking shots on Sunday, cause every day's like the weekend. Plays hard to work hard for more play. She calls the Capricorn season. Finds love and lights on the dance floor. She'll lure you in without thinking. She's over you now, she wants more. Fuck off, she don't need no reason.
So I'm originally from a very small prairie town in Saskatchewan, Canada, with like 490 people, called Paradise Hill. There's no really music industry people around me or people that are really into the arts. There's a lot of farming and agriculture, which is amazing. But I've always had this niche to do music. Growing up as a kid, I loved dance. I loved watching TV and seeing like Britney Spears, like Lady Gaga, the Spice Girls, and I was just like, wow, I want to do that one day. So I just one day decided, I was like, I want to be a singer. And my parents were like, are you sure? Do you know how to sing? And I was like, I swear I do. So my brother had a hockey game and they were looking for an anthem singer. And I was probably like 6 years old. And I was like, I can do it. So I went and I sang, and my grandma was like, really? My grandma's like the kind of girl that would tell you yes or no. She's a very like hard-nosed kind of woman, very strong, and I sang for her, and she's like, she's got a good voice. So I became the anthem singer for my brother's hockey game. I then started doing dance and ballet, tap jazz, lyrical hip-hop growing up since I was 3. And from there, I auditioned, and they have this whole thing called Tell a Miracle in Canada, which is a foundation to raise money for cancer. And they only took one local artist in Canada. They flew in a bunch of other artists, celebrities, and they chose me, and from there, that was my first live television appearance at age 10, and then I became the anthem singer for the Edmonton Oilers hockey team. And everyone kept being like to my parents, you know, she's got a great gift and like a great voice, and if she's really into that, you should really help her pursue her dreams. So I started flying to Toronto, trying to find vocal coaches, and once I decided to graduate high school, I moved to Los Angeles to finish the dream out here.
She was a broken heartbreak. She never knew how bad it felt to have your heart bent sideways. She hit the club to save herself.
You know, one thing I've been told a lot is like, you know, your music can fluctuate a little bit, but you know, I think I look at it more as it's like a chapter of everything I'm like going through. Every single that I drop, I pull this like character out that is me, of like a different image. Big and Rich was, you know, going back to my home roots and like where I'm from, and kind of bringing that little bit of country swag, but keeping it novel, which is that fun, rappy, you know, fast-paced 90s vibes to it. And then we had Whiskey with Waffles. But now this new era of novel I'm wanting to bring out is kind of this darker novel that not anyone has really heard before, but still bringing in that fun, rappy music, kind of like this more hyper pop. My music, my shows actually are very energetic, and I was like, how can I incorporate that more into my music? So I'm working on my new single, Make It Pop, which is a little more dance, fun vibe, club, big beats, and then I'm working on an EP called Black Rainbow, which is in the future of this darker, hyper pop sound that I'm really excited to everyone to hear. And Make It Pop, I was teasing it on tour just to see what people would think, and everyone kept asking me like, where is this song? Is this song out yet? People were commenting on my other music videos, be like, where is this music? I want it now, make it pop. So I was like, okay, that should be my next single. And then Black Rainbow that I'm working on, it's just been kind of something I've been going through, and like I don't really share the darker, emotional side of Novul, even though it's going to be super fun and hyper pop and a lot of sass, a lot of attitude, a lot of confidence of like what I've been going through. So I guess you'll just have to wait for the EP to see.
Take me out to the wild, wild west, where the girls are hot and the boys are blessed. Ain't no horse in Los Angeles, but we can ride bareback if you're big and rich.
You know, I was in the studio with my producers, and we were just talking about my hometown and where I'm from, and I was like, you know what, maybe we incorporate a little bit of this country swag, you know, back home. You know, country is huge. I grew up listening to country, Shania Twain, Leanna Rimes, just to name a few, and I've always loved country music. but I wanted to keep it novel, like super fun, pop. So it's not really country, it's more pop driven. But I wanted to incorporate Big and Rich. I grew up listening to Big and Rich, you know, Ride a Horse, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. And I was like, how could I incorporate this wild, wild west of like Los Angeles? Because there ain't no horses out here in Los Angeles, really. It ain't that Western vibe, but you know, we could ride bareback if you're big and rich. It's kind of that play on of the glitz and the glam that's out here in Los Angeles. And so I wanted to make a fun little song called Big and Rich. This EP, Black Rainbow, is super artistic. It's not a typical kind of like top 40 singles that you would like hear on the radio, even though they are very radio singles. I incorporated a lot of theatrical. I'm a very theatrical artist. I'm super creative. Like when I'm in the studio creating and writing, I'm already like visualizing like the color palettes, like what is the music video gonna be like? What am I creating when I hear this like song? Like what is the vision? So when I was creating this EP, I love like kind of like opera music and like very theatrical. And so I was like really picturing this overall like pretty much show presence of this like EP. So it's super artistic, super catchy. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit darker, hyper pop sounds. But when I'm in the studio, it is definitely like therapeutic, especially like when I'm going through, you know, it's always good to like, that's why I say journal. If you're not a writer, like journal. It's really good to get your emotions out. So yeah, it definitely was therapeutic, but it's super artistic in its own way. So I'm really excited / nervous to see what people think of this new sound. I've definitely been teasing little reels on my Instagram, and so far I'm getting a lot of great feedback. But yeah, I'm still working on it, and I'm really excited. Hey, it's me, Novul, and you just been buzzed.
To save a sound.